Welcome guys, welcome to another episode, or at least a short episode for that. Where we are currently is day one of the Rogue Invitational, post day one. So Tia right now is actually getting treatment in our room. Again, we're working with TB12, they're fantastic. As soon as we got back, literally they were there, bed set up and ready to work on Tia. The time right now is 9:48. So we literally just come out here, so maybe about 9:30 we arrived from the venue. And let's break down day one. So day one, event one, we had the rope climb workout. Essentially, it was a rope climb workout with 10 reps at 30 and 20 pound with the ruck. At 20 feet, I think if you were at home, you're watching that, I think you need to grasp that's 20 feet. Traditionally, when you train these rope climbs, people do them on 15-foot ropes. The reality is once you do another 5 reps with an extra 5 feet, you know, to make up that 20, you're already accumulating an extra 25 feet for each set of 5 reps. So I think that started paying a toll. Tia did really well on that one. I think she felt disappointed in that, and to be completely transparent, I think if one thing was compromised or reduced in training leading into this, and I was conscious of it, it would be her pulling. We've just been spending more time on our leg power, endurance, not necessarily endurance, sorry, explosiveness. So we were aware of that. Having said that though, Tia is phenomenal at all pulls and gymnastic stuff, so we knew that we could take a hit there in order to work well on the sled and bobsled, what we're working on next week. Anyway, the run, insignificant portion for the workout, right, especially for the ladies, and again I'm speaking more about the ladies. If you want to hear more about the breakdown for the men, head over to our Proven channel. Dwight will be breaking through that. And then yeah, solid finish for the most part. I think it was just a great way to get back into it and, you know, brush off the cobwebs, so to speak, even though it's only been 2 months since the game. Yeah, so that's event one. Event two was the Bella Complex.
Three, two, one, lift. Tia-Clair to me. In the zone.
Let me just go through it real quickly so I can remember as well. Clean, shoulder overhead, front squat, shoulder overhead. Our procedure or process for this is 35 minutes before the workout. We wanted to be on the barbell and we wanted to slowly build up to working weight. We were conscious we added 2 to 3 minute breaks each time just to simulate what it would be like out on the floor. And again, if you're listening or watching this and you weren't there, the temperature was a lot cooler as well, hence why some of them were wearing hoodies. So we wanted Tia to stay warm throughout that period. So we wanted to simulate that, you know, of long rest, staying cool, staying warm and loose. So we did good increments throughout training, throughout the warm-up sequence. It went really well. Tia was feeling pretty good, so we created plan A, plan B, so to speak. We were conscious of, she was in a fortunate position. Sorry if I had to rewind her back. She was seeded number 1, so she could literally watch and know what numbers to hit and to play off that. I think she felt good and she could play in her own race, but the ultimate goal is to do as little and still win, to be efficient throughout the whole weekend. I think that's important to note as well. Again, it's like to do as little but to still win the event is the goal. So she did that, executed that on the first one. Sorry, forgive me right now, I don't know who was second, but I think her and Laura were neck and neck. I think that's who it is, my apologies. So she just had to watch what she was doing and know that that was the lead there. And then I think they did a back and forth, a bit of game tactics there, but just again playing the game. Again, she was in a fortunate position. She could watch what everyone else was going to do, and she took that to her advantage. She was just waiting for the right decision and just played off that as well. And the reality is, if anyone else was in her shoes, they would have done the same. You know, just waited and watched what other numbers had to be thrown out there before she did. I think that's using her position to its full potential, rather than loading her bar first, letting everyone else down the line know what she's doing, and then they can build off that as well. I think this feels more of a sanctional. I say that because of it feels more of an exhibition, actually, to put it in its own category. It's more of an exhibition. I think this is a great time to fine-tune, do things that you wouldn't do, but not feel too concerned about the over result. Having said that, we're going for it, right? I think you can see that in Tia's face that she's going for it. But I think you get a moment where you can embrace the moment where you're at. You know, you're at the Rogue Invitational. Very fortunate to be here. I think you have to be invited this year, so it's very special in that. I wouldn't say the game's quality though, but we will treat it those games. You know, one goal in mind, but it's not necessarily the same. I'm more excited for more workouts. I think these are day 2 are grueling. It starts off with a nasty burner. Yeah, you shouldn't be thinking. You should just be going. And what's the second one? The ski erg and the run. You know, just truthfully speaking, I don't know how much the run will anticipate. I don't know what the run is. They haven't briefed the coaches of that. I don't know how much the run, depending on the run. If the run is a long distance, it will make the other elements insignificant, so you can push them harder, right? But if the run's short, you find yourself back on the ski erg, it's going to be a short turnaround, so therefore you'll start to have to play with pacings and stuff as well. After 80, what do we got? 4 rounds of 21 GHD, so you got 84 GHD sit-ups. That's going to be a fair amount, especially with the med ball of 14 to 10 pounds. So that's another thing to consider, especially 3 rounds in. You got 63 GHDs under your belt. Maybe we'll start seeing form breakdown for those at the top and seeing how if they can hold on to their cadence. I think they're having a riser for the ladies too, which makes it a lot shorter when you got a med ball and a riser. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out. We don't traditionally train with the riser, the 6-inch riser for the ladies when doing GHDs. Shane steak, fried rice. No worries, I'll leave you with it now, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Appreciate your time as well. Swipe, subscribe, and I appreciate it. See you in the next one.